Hello, devoted soap opera enthusiasts and drama devotees. It's us again, your go-to source for all things tantalizing in the world of daytime television, where love triangles twist into murderous mazes and family secrets explode like fireworks on the 4th of July. Today, we're diving headfirst into a storyline that's been gripping the hearts and clenching the fists off the bold and the beautiful fans across the globe. We're talking about the electrifying, heart-wrenching, and utterly unpredictable departure of actress Lisa Yamada from her role as the enigmatic Luna Nozawa. Oh yes, folks, it seems the villainess we've loved to loathe is finally trading her prison jumpsuit for the glamorous halls of a Bel Air high school, but more on that bombshell later. Buckle up, because this isn't just a goodbye. It's a seismic shift in the soap opera universe, packed with betrayal, bloodshed, baby bombshells, and a career pivot that's as bold as the show itself. For those of you who've been glued to your screens through the relentless Forrester-Spencer feuds, let's set the stage with a refresher that's equal parts recap and roller coaster ride. The Bold and the Beatiful, that iconic CBS staple that's been weaving tales of luxury, lust, and lethal lies since 1987, has always thrived on characters who blur the line between angel and demon. Enter Luna Nozawa, portrayed with chilling precision by the breakout star Lisa Yamada. What started as a seemingly sweet introduction in 2023, Luna arriving in Los Angeles as the wide-eyed daughter of the enigmatic Poppy Nozawa quickly spiraled into a saga of sinister schemes that would make even the most hardened soap villain blush. But to truly appreciate the drama of her exit, we have to rewind to the beginning, where innocence cracked like fine crystal under the weight of dark revelations. Picture this. It's a sun-drenched afternoon in LA, the kind where the Pacific breeze whispers promises of new beginnings. Luna steps into the Forrester Creations empire, her eyes sparkling with what appears to be genuine vulnerability. She's the biological daughter of Dr. Lee Finnegan's sister, Poppy, a connection that immediately entwines her with the powerful Finnegan family. Finn, the dashing doctor played by Tanner Novlin, takes her under his wing, seeing echoes of his own complicated heritage in her story. Steffi Forrester, the fierce fashionista embodied by Jacqueline McInnes Wood, offers cautious camaraderie. And then there's Hope Logan, ever the beacon of empathy in Brooke's shadow, who senses a kindred spirit in Luna's tales of abandonment and longing for family. But oh, how the mighty facade falls. It doesn't take long for the first fissures to appear. Luna, desperate to cement her place in this glittering world, begins with small deception-rigged paternity tests to convince the formidable Bill Spencer Don Diamond that she's his long-lost daughter. The dollar bill himself, that silver-haired titan of tabloids and takeovers, is initially skeptical, his piercing gaze cutting through her pleas like a knife through silk. Yet, Luna's performance is Oscar-worthy, tears streaming, voice quivering. She spins a web of half-truths about a one-night stand in San Francisco that supposedly birthed a Spencer heir. For a fleeting moment, Bill wavers, his paternal instincts clashing with his ruthless instincts. The audience gasps, could this be the soft underbelly of the unbreakable mogul? Alas, the truth serum of DNA doesn't lie. When the results confirm Luna's Finnegan lineage instead, the rejection is brutal. Bill, in one of his signature thunderous rants, declares her persona non grata in the Spencer dynasty. "You'll never be one of us," he snarls, his words echoing like a death knell. But Luna, she doesn't crumble. No, she ignites. This snub fuels a firestorm of vengeance that engulfs everyone in her path, turning her from ingenue to ice-cold avenger. The villainous pivot accelerates with a ferocity that's pure bold and the beautiful gold. Luna's first major strike is against the unassuming Hollis, the kindly bartender at Il Giardino, played with folksy charm by the late Clint Howard in a heartbreaking cameo. What begins as a seemingly innocuous flirtation at the bar, Luna batting her lash over a martini, morphs into malice when Hollis overhears her muttering about Poppy's shady past. In a scene that had viewers clutching their pearls, Luna lures him to a secluded corner of the restaurant after hours. The camera lingers on the shadows, the clink of ice in a glass turning sinister as she slips a lethal dose of something far deadlier than regret into his drink. Hollis convulses, his eyes widening in betrayal, gasping accusations that die on his lips. Why? Luna, he whispers, the final word a rattle that sends chills down spines from coast to coast. It's her first kill, cold and calculated, broadcast in grainy security footage that later becomes the noose around her neck. But Hollis is just the appetizer. The main course? Tom Starr, the bumbling private investigator portrayed by the ever-versatile Clint Howard in dual roles, who stumbles onto Luna's trail while digging into Poppy's history for Bill. Tom, with his rumpled trench coat and dogged determination, corners Luna in a dimly lit alley behind Forrester Creations. "I know what you did to Hollis, girlie," he growls, waving incriminating photos like a matador's cape. Luna's response? A switchblade glint in the moonlight, a swift flash that paints the pavement crimson. Tom's body slumps against a dumpster, his final plea to Forresters. They'll never forgive, cut short by the echo of her heels clicking away into the night. Two murders in quick succession, each more brazen than the last, and Luna's ledger of sins is just warming up. If the murders were shocking, Luna's escalation to kidnapping is the stuff of nightmares. Steffi Forrester, the blonde bombshell who survived more near-death experiences than a cat with 9 lives, becomes target number 1. Why Steffi? Envy, pure and poisonous. Luna sees in her the perfect life she craves, a loving husband in Finn, adoring children, and the unshakable Forrester legacy. In a plot twist that had Twitterer Zoblaze, Luna orchestrates Steffi's abduction during a late-night design session at the office. A chloroform-soaked rag, a black bin screeching into the parking garage, and suddenly Steffi's bound and gagged in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of LA. Her muffled screams echoing off rusted walls. The tension builds like a storm cloud over the Santa Monica Pier. Finn paces the Forrester mansion, his medical bag forgotten as panic claws at his chest. "She's my wife, my everything," he roars to Ridge Torsten K., who rallies the family like a general in wartime. Hope and Brooke form an unlikely alliance, scouring security cams while Liam Spencer Scott Clifton uses his Spencer connections to hack into traffic feeds. Meanwhile, in the warehouse, Luna circles Steffi like a shark scenting blood. "You have it all, Steffi," she hisses, her voice a venomous whisper. "Finn, the kids, the Empire. But I'll take it piece by bloody piece." The confrontation is visceral, Steffi's defiance cracking under Luna's taunts. Revelations filling about Poppy's neglectful motherhood and Lee's cold abandonment. It's a psychological torture chamber broadcast in fragmented flashbacks that leave viewers breathless. Rescue comes, but not without cost. Finn and Rich storm the warehouse in a hail of heroic fury, guns blazing in a shootout that rivals any primetime thriller. Bullets ricochet off metal beams, shattering crates and sending shards of glass flying like deadly confetti. Luna, cornered, grabs a discarded pistol and fires wildly grazing Finn's arm, shattering Ridge's resolve. Steffi breaks free in the chaos, tackling Luna in a catfight that spills blood and bile across the concrete floor. Fists fly, nails rake, and in the melee, Luna's mask slips fully. "I did it for family. For love," she screams, even as sirens wail in the distance. The exposure is total. Hollis and Tom's murders unravel like a cheap sweater now on the blade. Fibers from Luna's designer scarf at the seams, Hollis's final voicemail naming her as his poisoner. The kidnapping seals it. Eyewitnesses, Steffi's bruises, the warehouse reeking of her perfume. Handcuffed and dragged from the scene, Luna's final glare at Finn is a dagger. "Blood doesn't lie, brother." "We're family whether you like it or not." The courtroom flashes forward in montage. A swift trial, damning evidence piling like snow in a blizzard, and the gavel falls like thunder. Guilty on all counts: double homicide, attempted murder, kidnapping, life in prison, no parole. The courtroom erupts. Steffi collapses in Finn's arms, sobbing cathartic tears. Poppy, her mother, averts her eyes in shame. But wait, there's more drama, because in The Bold and the Beatiful, redemption and ruin dance a perpetual tango. Just as Luna's cell door clangs shut, a new wrinkle emerges. She's pregnant. And not just any pregnancy, is a Spencer heir, courtesy of a tangled night with Will Spencer Jr., Crew Morrow, Bill's brooding son and heir apparent. Will, the golden boy caught in his father's shadow, had been seducidor, more accurately, manipulated by Luna in a haze of spiked champagne and whispered promises at a Forrester gala. What Will remembers as a foggy flirtation, Luna recounts as destiny's design. It was meant to be, she purrs from behind visitation glass, her hand splayed over a barely there bump. Our child will bind us forever. The revelation hits like a freight train. Bill, ever the patriarch, demands a paternity test, his face a mask of fury and fear. Katie Logan Heather Tom, Will's no-nonsense mother, storms the prison with Bridget Forrester Ashley Jones in tow, her stethoscope at the ready. The test confirms it. Will's DNA matches the tiny heartbeat fluttering inside Luna. The Spencers fracture unusual thunders about legacy and liability. Katie weeps for her son's stolen innocence and Will. He spirals, haunted by fragmented memories of that night, torn between revulsion for Luna's crimes and a primal pull toward the life she carries. Electra Forrester Linnea Grace, Will's devoted girlfriend and Steffi's half-sister, becomes collateral damage in this emotional maelstrom. Their romance, once a beacon of youthful passion amid the adult chaos, now teeters on the brink. Electra confronts Luna in a heart-pounding prison visit, her voice steel-wrapped in silk. You drugged him, trapped him. This baby isn't Levitsa chain. Luna's retort is a serpent's hiss. Chains can be gilded, darling. And Spencers love their gold. Will, overhearing via speakerphone, feels the ground shift. Does he stand by Electra, the woman who knows his soul, or step up for a child born of deception? The scenes are raw, intimate while pacing moonlit beaches, Electra shattering a vase in rage, their love fracturing like the waves crashing against the shore. Speculation runs rampant among fans. Will Luna give birth only to meet a tragic end, her final act a sacrificial redemption? Or will she weaponize the pregnancy, demanding house arrest at the Spencer mansion, her belly a shield against bars? Whispers of complications swirl a high-risk delivery, perhaps with Luna clutching Will's hand as monitors beep ominously. Save our baby, she gasps, tears mingling with sweat. Dramatic. Utterly. And in true soap fashion, it keeps us hooked, wondering if this tiny life will soften the edges of Luna's villainy or sharpen them into something even deadlier. To dissect this whirlwind character, we must celebrate the woman who brought her to blistering life, Lisa Yamada. At just 25, Yamada exploded onto the Bold scene with a resume that already hummed with promise. Born in California to parents who instilled a love for storytelling, her mother a literature professor, her father a theater director, Lisa honed her craft at the prestigious Juilliard School, where she devoured Shakespeare and modern monologues alike. Her early roles flickered like shooting stars, a recurring arc on Freeform's Cruel Summer as a tormented teen unraveling family secrets. A poignant turn in Hulu's Little Fires Everywhere alongside Reese Witherspoon herself, irony alert. And guest spots on All American that showcased her athletic grace and emotional depth. But Luna, she's Yamada's crown jewel, a role that demanded she plumb the depths of psychosis while radiating allure. Playing Luna was like walking a tightrope over a volcano, Yamada shared in a rare interview with Soap Opera Digest. One wrong step, and you're consumed. But that's the thrill, exploring how far someone can fall and still fight for light. Her portrayal earned raves, a Daytime Emmy nod for Outstanding Emerging Talent. Fan campaigns to salve Luna even as they cheered her crimes, and critiques praising her as the most compelling villain since Sheila Carter. Behind the scenes, Yamada bonded with co-stars, late-night script reads with Novlin, empowerment chats with Wood while navigating the role's darkness through therapy sessions and yoga retreats. Luna's pain is real, she reflected. Abandonment, rejection, they're universal. I hope viewers see the humanity, even in the horror. As of November 2025, Luna's arc hurdles toward closure. Post-arrest, she's unrepentant, her prison monologues a masterclass in defiance. In one gut-wrenching episode, she video calls Poppy Romy Park, her voice cracking. You made me this way, Mom. Alone, always clawing for scraps, Poppy's tears are a river, but forgiveness, elusive as a desert mirage. Lee Finnegan Naomi Matsuda, her aunt, visits once, her clinical detachment masking maternal grief. You were family. Now you're a cautionary tale. And Finn. Their final confrontation is Shakespearean broth and sister through blood, divided by betrayal. I wanted us to be whole, Luna weeps. Finn's reply, you shattered us instead. The pregnancy adds layers of pathos. As her belly swells, Luna's bravado fades, replaced by vulnerable glimpses, cradling a contraband ultrasound photo, humming lullabies from her childhood. Will's visits become ritual awkward at first, then tender, his hand hesitating over the bump that holds his future. This child deserves better than my shadows, he confesses. Electra watches from afar, her heart a battlefield, ultimately choosing space over strife. The Spencers circle wagons, Bill funds private medical care, Katie knits tiny booties with gritted teeth. But salvation? It eludes Luna. Prosecutors push for no deals. Steffi's testimony is a scalpel, excising any sympathy. Fan forums buzz with theories. Will the birth be a bloodbath, Luna hemorrhaging on a prison cot, whispering Will's name as lights fade? Or a calculated comeback, faking labor pains for a daring escape, baby in tow? Reddit threads explode. Let her die, hero, a coward the irredeemable, cries one user. Prison mama for a Vergistus served, counters another. X posts trend Luna legacy, with fan art depicting her as a tragic anti-heroine, crown of thorns and all. Whatever the denouement, it's clear, Luna's exit won't be quiet. Expect tears, twists, and a cliffhanger that leaves us screaming at our screens. Yet, amid the melancholy, a silver lining gleams brighter than a Forrester diamond, Lisa Yamada's next chapter. Casting news hit like champagne at a launch party. Yamada joins Prime Video's Elle, the hotly anticipated prequel to Legally Blonde, as Amber, a sassy Bel Air high schooler in Elwood's inner circle. Created by Laura Kittrell and co-showrun by Carolyn Dries, Elle catapults us to the 1990s, chronicling a teenage Alexi Mindtree navigating cliques, crushes, and the spark of self-discovery that forges the pink-powered lawyer we adore. Reese Witherspoon executive produces via Hello Sunshine, ensuring that bubbly spirit infuses every frame. Yamada's Amber is no Dancelges, the quick-witted sidekick with a killer wardrobe and sharper tongue, trading Luna's shadows for sunlit schemes. From soap siren to teen queen, it's surreal. Yamada gushed in a variety profile. Filming kicks off soon, her recurring role promising clashes with co-stars like Chloe Wepper as the cheer choreographer Ms. Burke and David Burtka-El's neighbor Chad. Early buzz. Electric. Lisa brings that edgeth kind that makes you root for the rogue, teases director Jason Moore. And with Witherspoon's mentorship full circle from Little Fire, Yamada is poised for stardom. This pivot isn't without pangs. Bold showrunners hint at Luna's potential return, limited capacity. They tease perhaps a prison break or ghostly visitation. Fans plead for it. Don't kill her off, let her haunt us. But Yamada, she's gracious. Luna changed me, taught me resilience. Now, Amber gets to play in the light. Her off-screen life mirrors the glow, advocacy for Asian American artists via her nonprofit. Scripts for Change, a debut EP of indie folk tunes dropping next spring. And whispers of rom-com leads on the horizon. As we bid adieu for Nada Luna Nozawa, her shadow lingers like perfume on a forgotten scarf. She's redefined villainy on B&B, not cartoonish evil, but a fractured soul warped by want. Her crimes, murders cold as steel, kidnappings born of jealousy scar the canvas, forcing growth. Steffi emerges unbreakable, her bond with Finn forged in fire anew. The Spencers confront vulnerability, Bill's empire cracking to cradle new life. And Will? He steps from boy to man, the pregnancy a crucible for his soul. In soaps, no one's ever truly gone. Luna could reserve face for good behavior, or as a spectral advisor to her child. But for now, her exit is a masterstroke, dramatic, detailed, devastating. It reminds us why we tune in to witness humans at their most human, flawed, and fierce. So, dear readers, what say you? Will Luna birth her redemption or her ruin? Can Will reclaim his heart from the wreckage? And Lisa will all launch her to Legally Blonde level legend? Drop your hot takes in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more scoops. Until next time, keep it bold, keep it beautiful, and remember, in LA, the drama never sets. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more updates on the bold and the beautiful.